George Stephanopoulos of ABC News showed us yesterday just how we need to handle all of MAGA going forward, especially when it comes to reporters and asking them questions. One thing that I hate is when Donald Trump and all his sycophants get up there and when they're asked a legitimate question, they go into insults and berating the reporter in the station that the reporter works for and doesn't answer the question. George Stephanopoulos was on ABC News this week on Sunday talking to Vice President J.D. Vance, and he had a litany of issues that they went through over the 12 minutes. But I want to focus on one segment toward the end about the border czar John Homan accepting $50,000 on tape from an FBI agent in 2024 that Biden was prosecuting and that Trump dismissed the case and the investigation. I'm going to speed up J.D. Vance's voice, but I want you to hear his entire statement as to what the question that is being asked. The first thing that George did was do the setup question. He asked him, hey, what about this $50,000 that Homan received? Did he actually receive the $50,000 from the FBI agents that were posing as businessmen?
Recorded on an FBI surveillance tape in September 2024, accepting $50,000 in cash. Did he keep that money or give it back?
George, you've covered the story ad nauseum. Tom Homan did not take a bribe. It's a ridiculous smear. And the reason you guys are going after Tom Homan so aggressively is because he's doing the job of enforcing the law. I think it's really preposterous. I know Tom. I think that he's a good man. He gets death threats. He gets attacked. He gets constantly threatened by people because he has the audacity to want to enforce the country's immigration laws. I think that it would be a much more interesting story about why is it that Tom Homan, who is simply enforcing Americans' immigration laws, is getting constantly harassed and threatened to the point of death threats. That's a much more interesting question that I think journalists should focus on. We can agree to disagree on that question.
Now, go back and watch that again because George asked him, did he take the $50,000? J.D. Vance answered he did not take a bribe. Those are two separate questions. So watch George come back and listen to J.D. Vance's answer.
Disagree on that question.
Oh, wait, you said he didn't take a bribe, but I'm not sure you answered the question. Are you saying that he did not accept the $50,000?
George, this story has been covered ad nauseum. He did not take a bribe. Did he accept $50,000? I'm sure that in the course of Tom Homan's life, he has been paid more than $50,000 for services. The question is, did he do something illegal? And there's absolutely no evidence that Tom...
Again, he brought up bribe. George is not asking that question. He's asking a very simple question. On the videotape, where Homan is seen taking $50,000, did he in fact take and or keep $50,000? George breaks it down again. Listen to J.D. Vance's answer.
I'm asking a different question. I'm asking you,
which is why he's working in the administration.
I'm asking you, did he accept the $50,000 that was caught on the surveillance tape? Did he accept that $50,000 or not?
George, I don't know what you're talking about. Did he accept $50,000 for what?
Now, J.D. Vance cannot get out of this. That's why he started to understand, oh, okay, he's not asking for bribes. He's asking about just a plain $50,000. And so you saw the inflection in his voice. $50,000 for what? He's trying to let you know subtly that maybe the $50,000 was a payment of services. George breaks it down again. Listen to his answer.
He was recorded on an audio tape in September 2024, an FBI surveillance tape, accepting $50,000 in cash. Did he keep that money?
Accepting $50,000 for doing what, George? I'm not even sure I understand the question. Is it illegal to take a payment for doing services? The FBI has not prosecuted him. I've never seen any evidence that he's engaged in criminal wrongdoing. Nobody has accused Tom of violating a crime, even the far left media like yourself. So I'm actually not sure what the precise question is. Did he accept $50,000? Honestly, George, I don't know the answer to that question. What I do know is that he didn't violate a crime.
So J.D. Vance answered that question 3 times. And the third time was kind of the honest answer. He went to the bribe thing again. Then he said that he wasn't prosecuted by the FBI, which they stopped the investigation and the prosecution. And then he said, did he take $50,000? I don't know. I just know he didn't commit a crime. So George asked him about the I don't know. Listen to his answer.
So you don't, what was caught on the tape, you're saying right now you don't know whether or not he kept that money?
I don't know what tape you're referring to, George. I saw media reports that Tom Homan accepted a bribe. There's no evidence of that. And here's, George, why fewer and fewer people watch your program and why you're losing credibility. Because you're talking for now 5 minutes with the Vice President of the United States about this story regarding Tom Homan, a story that I've read about, but I don't even know the video that you're talking about. Meanwhile, low-income women can't get food because the Democrats and Chuck Schumer have shut down the government. Right now, we're trying to figure out how to pay our troops because Chuck Schumer has shut down the government. You are focused on a bogus story. You're insinuating criminal wrongdoing against a guy who has done nothing wrong instead of focusing on on the fact that our country is struggling because our government's shut down. Let's talk about the real issues, George. I think the American people would benefit much more from that than from you going down some weird left-wing rabbit hole where the facts clearly show that Tom Homan didn't engage in any criminal wrongdoing.
There's a guy on social media that passed away a couple of years ago that used to be out doing social media posts about relationships. And he had this acronym, SIGN. It's called sign language. Shame, insults, guilt, and the need to be right. J.D. Vance just did all of that in this last statement. Go back and watch it. He did a shame. He said, look, you're talking to the vice president of the United States, and we should be doing all this other stuff, but you liberals, he went to shame, insults, guilt, and then the need to be right. George Stephanopoulos did what every reporter needs to do to MAGA from now on. Please, I'm going to slow this part down. Please pay attention to this part.
Left-wing rabbit hole where the facts clearly show that Tom Homan didn't engage in any criminal wrongdoing.
It's not a weird left-wing rabbit hole. I didn't insinuate anything. I asked you whether Tom Homan accepted $50,000, as was heard on an audio tape recorded by the FBI in September 2024, and you did not answer the question. Thank you for your time this morning.
No,
Illinois
George,
Governor
I
J.B.
said that I
Pritzker's
don't.
Up next. We'll be right back.
Yes, he called his ass out and he cut him off. Just cut him off. Call him out. Get in their face. Call him a lie. Say, no, Mr. President, that's a lie. Per this. No, Mike Johnson, that's a lie. Per this. Call out the lie. Don't say you misspoke. Don't say that's an untruth. Call out the fucking lie. You would think that ABC News and George Stephanopoulos, who used to work in the Clinton administration, would give more deference to a vice president, but not now. Not in 2025. You don't give these type of people the platform to keep spouting lies. You give them a chance to tell the truth. You be a journalist and you give them that opportunity. And if they don't take it, you dismiss their ass and move forward. Now he looks stupid. What do you think?